Hey, George, take that water.
I called the draw.
How was that a draw?
Ladies?
I think it was 38 to 36. Then it was another set number. Then it was 38 to 38 as the final judge. I was like, okay.
Next. Yeah, just do it.
Charlie Walden here with the victorious Tristan Hamm. How did you find that one?
Say that one more time.
How did you find that victory today?
Oh, I mean, it was amazing. It was just such a great experience. Thank you to the Zone. Thank you to Misfits. Thank you for this. It's just, I'm stoked about it. It's definitely something new that I'm not used to. But I'm used to intensity, and I'm used to adventure, and I'm used to adrenaline. So it was nothing to me on the adrenaline side. It's just a little different with the crowd. So it's cool to hear that the crowd was stoked about it and that they liked the knockout.
How did this boxing journey start for you?
Well, the thing is that I've always kind of been a hard worker, a fighter at heart. In the blood, I say, a fighter in the blood, and then a lover at the heart. But I've kind of separated that side of me since I traveled the world and adventures and experienced so many different things. But I know there's still something like that in there, a bit of a dog in there. So when I got the opportunity to fight, meaning that I got a couple offers in Russia, in Saudi Arabia, I didn't know who to call except for my friend Jacob Chavez, who is, he used to be on Jake Paul's team. He wrapped his hands, he did all that. He worked directly with BJ, and he's like, hey man, there's huge opportunity for you in boxing, do you ever want to do it? And I'm like, well, I have these offers, and he's like, I don't know, only if it was 100% perfect alignment that I would do it. And about a year later, we had some serious offers. They were talking about some serious money. I just didn't like the way it was set up. And so I just kind of leaned on BJ and Jacob for advice, and they were just like, hey man, this is the plan, this is what we can do. And we rolled out the plan, and I'm like, let's fucking go. It's that simple. So that's kind of what got me into it. Now I'm here, I'm fully committed. I've kind of hung up the gloves and the ice picks and the mountaineering gear for a little bit. I'm gonna go do some mountaineering right now. I got a flight at 5 in the morning, gonna go do a little mountain, and then I'm gonna get right back to camp. So that's the deal.
You're not gonna be absolutely knackered doing that, getting up straight to do that.
Yeah, it's nuts.
How have you found this relationship with sort of BJ's evolved over the last sort of year you've been training and stuff?
Well, I've seen BJ before. I knew who he was. I was very familiar with who he was, but he was so unapproachable. I was following him on Instagram, and I think I unfollowed him at one point, and then he just returned back to the surface, and it just, our relationship has grown, but it's a very serious relationship. He doesn't play with me. When someone laughs at my jokes, he's not laughing at my jokes. He's telling me stop cracking jokes. This isn't a fucking joke. And that you need that. I don't want anybody that's gonna soak me full of love and all this and that. But at the end of the day, I know that when he's pushing me hard, that is how he chose it. So I know that he's just a great fucking coach, and he's very serious. And living with him full time, he lives with me and my girl, and we go hard. It's just 24/7 boxing. That's all we talk about, it all day, all night. So it's been great.
And the experience itself in the ring and the actual fight. I mean, did anything surprise you about that?
Say that one more time.
The actual fight itself and the experience in there, did anything surprise you from that?
Well, the only thing is that most of the things that I've done when it comes to big crowds is I'm speaking on a mic in front of people, teaching them something about adventure. You know what I mean? So I'm great when it comes to the topic of adventure, but when it comes to bringing that dog out of me, it's something that I've always held back, and I never really wanted to show with the world. And it's an opportunity to show it in a way that's controlled, in a way that people actually enjoy. So when I stepped in the ring, it just felt right. It felt like that was where I was meant to be. And the world shut off, and I just got focused and listened to my coach. It's like the lights turn off, and all you hear is zoom, just measure, hands up, step back, keep the distance, drop him with the right hand, boom, that's all I hear, zoom, just tuned in. But that's because of all the experience, all the sparring of the pros that we've been doing, just executing that exact plan that we do in the gym. So it was a shocking experience, but I planned for it, orchestrated it. Ring was the same side, gloves were the same size, so everything just unfolded perfectly.
So finally, what would you like to do next? Who would you like to fight next?
Well, BJ's been throwing away a couple different names. I know he spiked Ryan Taylor.
Good fight.
What do you think would be a good fight? At the end of the day, Europe is a place I've never been. I really respect the people here. You guys are fucking awesome. Absolutely incredible, the support that I've got. I almost retired Instagram. I almost turned Instagram down. It was just I was over it. I was just living my life in the Yukon, just kind of over the whole sing song and dance, But when this opportunity came about, I'm like, let's do it. And that was kind of the big decision factor. It was like, where am I going to do it? If I am going to fight, am I going to take a fight in Russia? Am I going to take a fight in one of these places? Where am I going to do it? It was like, Leeds seemed like the crowd and the love for boxing was so strong, and the community was so strong. I'm like, that's the route I want to go. The money wasn't the same as Saudi Arabia. The money wasn't the same as Russia. We were talking about multi-million-dollar deals, and but it just felt right. It felt like that would hit home and it would last longer, and I would actually be able to get experience and grow the experience. So, at the end of the day, I just love Leeds, and I'm just excited to get back here. And I heard the name Ryan Taylor is a good guy to box as the next opponent, and then he decided to chirp his mouth a little bit, and when it hits home for me, it's like, I don't know if it was lingo or what, but he started talking about the misses, and I don't know if he was calling me a missus or her missus, but regardless, he was chirping, and I'm down to scrap, bro. So Ryan Taylor, if you're there, but anybody else, I just want to have real experience, and I want to fight people that aren't really circus clowns. I want to focus on people that are really training properly and bring an entertaining fight for the fans. That's it. I want to show that influencer boxing is legit, and that there's some actual serious people here. And I've seen that because I've been studying the fighting versus, a lot of people, they see influencer boxing and they see a fight or two, and maybe they see one that went more viral because the guy's got more followers, and they're so focused on like the entertainment side, the follower side, the way the knockout was, and they're complaining about the way that the form was and all that. But as being in here, studying you guys and understanding where everyone's at in the different rankings, there's actually some freaking amazing guys in here, and that's some serious competition. And so it's like, do I go the pro route? Do I go the influencer route? But the influencer route is damn near pro route. Like it's in the opportunity with the zone, the misfits, like it's just so good. It's just a great path, an actual opportunity for fighters to be able to fight. So I think the world is going in that way with social media in general. Everybody's growing a following. No matter who you are, you have influence in the world. You have a voice, and you can put it out there. And with that voice, you can inspire people to do big things. And just mark my words, it's not going to be about the number of how many followers you got anymore very soon. Soon it's going to be about how much competition that you have and how much influence can you bring through what you're trying to do. And that's what I'm more focused on, is how much competition can I bring into here, and then inspire some people along the way and do some real shit, and then the views and the likes and all that shit will follow.
Good stuff. Pleasure to meet you, and congratulations on the way.
Thank you so much.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it, bro.